You're going to take all of your CPA exams at a Prometric Testing Center. So you need to know everything from how to sign up for your exam to what to expect on exam day at the testing center. In this comprehensive video, we're going to cover everything you need to know about the Prometric Testing Center process. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about is your notice to schedule, your NTS. Because without an NTS, you can't even schedule an exam through Prometric. An NTS is your approval to sit for an exam. So first you need to apply for approval to sit for the CPA exam through your state board of accountancy. Now, each state has different requirements for your education and your work requirements. If you want to learn more about each state's requirements, I have a full-length article at my website, MaxwellCPA.com. So you need to see what your state's requirements are. You apply to sit for the exam, and then they give you an NTS. This allows you to then start the process to schedule your exam. And then each time you need to schedule a new exam, you have to apply for a new NTS. But once you apply for your first NTS, the following notice of schedules you apply for typically process much more quickly. So now let's take a look at the Prometric website and see how we actually schedule the exam. And the first tool you want to use here is the seat availability tool. This allows you to see what dates and times are available based on test centers that are near you. So on this page, you scroll down and you go down to the seat availability tool. Then it takes you to this page where it fills out the test sponsor, the Uniform CPA exam, and the program. You just have to select the test that you want to search for. So let's say FAR. So then we go to next, we can enter our address or our city, and then the specific dates that we want to look for availability. And it takes us to this page. So this shows us all the closest test centers, what dates they have available, and what specific times they have the tests available as well. So the seat availability tool is very useful for finding your best test center, test date, and time, but you can't schedule your test through that tool. So to actually schedule your test, you go to the left-hand side of the page and click on Schedule. And then here you're going to enter your exam section ID, which comes from your NTS. So as you can see, without an NTS, you can't even schedule an exam. So then you would enter this information, bringing you to the next page, which would then allow you to schedule your exam. Now you may be wondering, what do I do if I need to reschedule my exam? Sometimes you're just not ready to take the exam and you need to push it back a little bit. So it's simply a fee that you'd have to pay to reschedule your exam. If you're more than 30 days from your exam, there's no fee to reschedule your exam. If you're 5 to 29 days from your exam, there's only a $35 fee. If you're within 5 days of your exam, there's a $90 fee. And then if you're within 24 hours of the exam, then there's no way to reschedule the exam. If you haven't taken the CPA exam before and you're feeling a little anxious about what it's going to be like, then Prometric offers an option called the test drive option. This allows you to go to the Prometric Testing Center for 30 minutes and do the entire check-in process that you'll do on your exam day and log into the computer and see what the testing software is going to be like. That way you can become more familiar with what the entire process is going to be when you show up on exam day, so you can only pay $30 instead of having some test day anxiety around what the process is going to be like that could affect your test day performance. I designed my CPA exam review course to fully prepare you for your exams. This includes over 3,500 MCQs, 75 task-based simulations, full textbooks, and 30 hours of video lectures. Take a look at how my courses have helped students to pass their exams. All right, so now it is test day, and what should you bring? You should bring 2 government-issued IDs, like passport, driver's license, etc., and bring your notice to schedule. This is going to include your launch code for the exam. Your launch code is the ID that you have to enter to even start the exam. So sometimes they have you write it down on a small piece of paper to take into your exam to then write to actually start the exam. So these are the items that you must bring to actually register and start the exam. Other items to bring could include some snack bars and maybe some coffees just keep you energized when you take breaks throughout the exam. The idea is that the exam is very long and you want to keep your energy as constant as possible. So once you have all your necessary documents, you want to arrive at the testing center at least 30 minutes before your exam. So you get to the front desk and you register. They provide you with a locker to put all your belongings in. And then once you actually go into the testing area to start the exam, you have to take your fingerprint and sign in to the exam. And maybe they search you as well. From there, they take you into the computer room, and this is when you sit down. Maybe you have some earplugs that are available. If not, you can bring some with you as long as they're the small squishy type. And then you start your exam from there. So now let's talk about the CPA exam structure. So every CPA exam has 5 testlets, and you have 4 hours available to complete these 5 testlets. The first 2 testlets are multiple choice questions. The last 3 testlets are task-based simulations. And after the 3rd testlet, you get a free 20-minute break in the middle. So make sure you always take that 20-minute break. It doesn't count against your time at all. This allows you to go out into the lobby, maybe take a bathroom break, and just to really feel refreshed and to get away from the exam for a few minutes. And even apart from the free break in the middle, if you're feeling overwhelmed at any point during the exam, it's okay to step out for a few minutes and just to feel a little bit more calm and then go back into the exam and feel like you're in a better emotional, better physical state, because then you're going to perform better on the exam. So by now, I hope you understand the CPA exam testing process a little bit better. If you have any additional questions about the testing process, feel free to comment below and I would love to help out.